Hi there, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm sharing with you the Monday morning collab or Monday collab that I'm doing with my friend Deb Hauk. This is August 1st, brand new month, so we are choosing a brand new tool to work with, and this month we decided on using punches. And so I made some little acorns and a leaf border, and then I pulled out from my stash three different kinds of wood grain paper, and they're all scraps. I had a little bit bigger one than this one, and I punched as many acorns as I could, and then I punched the caps from this paper, and then I punched the leaf borders from this paper. So let me show you more specifically the punches that I used. Here is the acorn builder punch. So it cuts out a full-size acorn, and then it cuts out an extra cap. And so what I did is I attached the cap with some foam dimensionals. And then the leaf border punch looks like this, and it is from EK Success, and that's punched it from this paper right here. I also used a couple circle punches. I used a 2-inch circle punch and a 2 1/4-inch circle punch. Both of these are from Stampin' Up. And so I just made a bunch of acorns, and then I decided to make a couple of cards. So this was the first card that I made. And excuse the glare. The blinds to my craft room are right to my right, and even though I have them closed, there is a little bit of light shining through the slats. But I took some Cajun Craze cardstock. This was a 6x6 piece of paper, miscellaneous, that I had in a little envelope in my craft room, so I pulled it out and cut a piece for the front. And before I go any further, this card actually, I followed a sheet load card design from Call Me Crafty Al from June 2021. So this is that layout. So I used Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink, and I sponged the edge of the pattern paper, the borders, and all of the acorn pieces. And then on my mat, where I had leftover ink, I just spritzed it with water. I punched a vanilla circle, 2-inch circle, and then I just swiped it through the wet ink and let it dry. And then this is popped up with foam dimensionals, and this is glued directly to the circle. Then I thought the card needed something else, so I pulled out this Distress Spray Stain Antiqued Bronze. Now I've had this in my stash for quite a while, and it hasn't been used for quite a while. So I tried to spray and spray and spray, and it wouldn't spray, but instead of coming out of the nozzle, globs started dripping out a little bit lower. So I got these big globs on my card. Not the look I was going for, but it is what it is. And then I thought the card needed something else, so I found some dark brown cardstock and die cut a hello to put down in the lower corner. And then the inside of this card just has a panel to write on, and this is the little bit that was trimmed off when I added this border to my card. So that was my first card. My second card, I used the same color card base, Cajun Craze from Stampin' Up, the leftover piece of pattern paper, and I did the same technique with the vanilla circle. And then this is some kind of a holographic cardstock, and I just used a different hello die for those letters. And again, I sprayed, or attempted to spray with this, but the globs were even worse. So what I did is I took a kind of crunched up Kleenex and dabbed the puddles of ink, or stain I should say, and yeah, again, not the look I was going for, but it is what it is. I had a piece of twine on my table, so I tied a bow on that one, and I think I'm going to go back and add a bow to the top of this acorn as well. I think it has a cute look to it. And then the inside of this one is just blank. And then for my third card, I ran out of this paper, so I pulled out another autumn-looking piece, and this has little tiny acorns on it, so I thought it would work well. So I just cut a panel to fit on the card front, and I used the 2 1/4 inch circle punch to punch out from the pattern paper, and then I glued that onto the card front and then came back with the 2 inch circle punch so that it would leave a border and an opening. And then on this white piece, before I glued it down, I lined it up on the back side here, and I punched out this circle so that it would match. And then I added the acorn in the middle of that punched out circle. And then I had a little tiny high die that I die cut from dark brown paper and attached it right to the acorn itself. So you can see the word high on the outside and also on the inside. A little bit of room to write, but if you need more room, you can always add more paper to the back side. So those are my 3 cards. Be sure and check out my friend Deb's channel. I'll leave a link down below and see how she used her punches this week. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and now I'm off to create.